Well, I suppose if there's one great thing that everybody can unanimously agree upon when it comes to Thor Love and Thunder is that some of the backlash towards it might have actually caused Marvel Studios to reconsider how much humor they put into everything, especially Werewolf by Night. So in a separate video, I already talked about the fact that Marvel Studios changed the classification of Werewolf by Night on Disney+. Originally, it was an hour-long comedy, and then as we continued to get more info, we found out it was now around 50 minutes, 10 minutes just vanished, but the series was now classified as horror. So again, something big happened here, more than likely the cutting of the additional footage, which was more than likely comedic in nature, which is why it got approved for a comedy series instead of horror. Now again, nothing wrong with comedy, but sometimes too much is too much, which brings us to Thor Love and Thunder. That film obviously came out and we started to see the Rotten Tomatoes tank, and a lot of people say just the comedy didn't work. I'm one of those people. If you don't feel that way, that's cool. I get it. It's a classic Thor adventure. Nobody understands Thor. We're all dumb if we don't like the jokes in that movie or the goats or anything. I get it. I've heard it all, whatever. Like, okay, cool. Everybody has an opinion. In my opinion, I didn't like the humor in that movie, and I think it ruined the film. Many people were afraid Werewolf by Night would get the same treatment. Now that it's a horror series, maybe not. A couple jokes, sure, but not the emphasis of the entire thing. So now reports are coming out and stating what I speculated in the last video, and that's that Marvel Studios and Disney took a step back and looked at the whole thing and said, okay, maybe there's a little bit too much humor and comedy in everything we're doing, and people are really starting to feel this kind of pound into their brain to the point where they're honestly just not enjoying it anymore because we're throwing it in everywhere. We don't have to undercut everything with a joke. We don't have to undercut serious moments with constant humor and cutaways and almost slapstick, like Family Guy jokes, right? So it sounds like that might have been the central kind of, thrust towards them actually making Werewolf by Night a horror series. And allegedly, again, according to some of these people, that they're going to be kind of putting this into effect going forward. Try not to do as much comedy because people are really getting sick of it. And again, I know a lot of you guys don't watch like The Simpsons, for example, but The Simpsons now constantly is dropping musicals into everything. Just musical numbers. Back in the day, it used to be rare, but now it's so common that a lot of people are saying, just please stop. Stop with the constant musical cutaways. And I think I'm starting to feel that way as well. Again, I still watch The Simpsons, and it's graining on me. But Marvel Studios has really kind of just started to do this all over the place with everything. And yeah, it makes sense if people were really concerned that, hey, maybe we shouldn't make this Werewolf by Night horror series, a horror comic that we had that was coming out along with the horror greats back in the day, something that people are going to laugh at. Does that make sense? So let's hope that something good came out of Thor Love and Thunder. Screeching meme goats from a decade ago.